What's going on, everybody? What's up? It's your boy Mike, and you already know it's Thirsty Thursday, Throat Punch Thursday, Throw It Back Thursday, House Full of People Thursday, getting ready to go on a cruise in 2 days, and we're on strike at work Thursday. So I hope you're all having a fantastic Thursday. My day started off a little different than usual. Like I said, I'm currently on strike at work, and I had to walk the picket line today. So I've been sitting here in front of the computer for the last hour waiting for 10 o'clock to hit, and I'm like, man, I really never have this much free time before I go live. Usually I just get home, I get, ready to go, get the computer and camera and all set up, and sit down in front of the computer, and bam, we go live. But I had so much free time today, I didn't know what to do with myself, and I got a little bored just sitting here waiting. But either way, it's 10 o'clock, so you know what that means. Put your kids to bed, get your cocktails ready, because it's Nauti hour, baby. And I got two other guys in the room with me right now. We got Cameron over here on the couch, and we got Scott over there in the back corner, like he was just yelled at by a Catholic school teacher, far, far away. There he is right there. He's going to make an appearance and wave. Robin, he is here. He has made it safely. He got here earlier today. And my guy's old and already in pajamas.
Can't help it.
This is an old man. What an old man. What an old man. But we're getting ready to board the Carnival Horizion on Saturday. I did have work tomorrow, and we were heading out after I got done work tomorrow, but I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow yet, since we're still currently on strike trying to negotiate contracts with work. And then I have vacation for 9 days. So I'm kind of hoping these 9 days I'm gone, they get all that figured out, and then I don't have to really worry about it as much, because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be on a cruise ship for 8 days. So really not stressed about that too much. But other than that, that's it. So let's get to the chat real quick. I even waited majority of the day to put the live out there to the public in hopes that someone else would catch first place instead of Scott. Well, Scott caught first place again, and I even came in there and said, oh my, look who's first. Followed by Gay, all the way in Australia. Gay, I hope you're having a fantastic day over there. 500 days till the Alaska group cruise. It's right around the corner, y'all. Literally right around the corner. Robin in the house. Nancy all the way from St. Louis, the second largest Mardi Gras parade party festivities ever happens in St. Louis. So if y'all didn't know that, now you do. Now you do. I am getting on board the Carnival Horizion on Saturday for 8 days Southern Caribbean, ABC's Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao for the Coop Cruise, John Clayco's Coop Cruise. So we are boarding that on Saturday out of Miami. So we are Miami bound tomorrow evening. Chuck Spencer in the house. What is going on, my boy? I hope you're having a fantastic night. If you're at work, you already know. I won't tell you what I would tell you to make your day worse, but you already know, man. Hope it's a good night. But other than that, that's pretty much it, right? We really don't have a lot to discuss in the other realm of everything else going on. We're just going to discuss this upcoming cruise on the Carnival Horizion. This will be my second time on board this ship. I'm excited. I enjoy the Horizon. I can't wait to get back on board. Smart elevators, IMAX movie theater, couple sea days where I'm just going to lay around and just nap all day long. I'm rooming with Scott on this cruise. Cameron is rooming with Kim, and then the rest of the coop is rooming with the rest of the coop. Look at that. Martin in the house all the way from Mariner. He is on Mariner of the Seas right now, living up life, and he has jumped in on the live. What's going on, Martin? Hope you're having a fantastic time. And the guy next to me, hand pay, so give me, yeah, man, that's what's up. Good for that guy. You need to join the club, bro. So get yourself rolling, push those buttons, get yourself rolling. I'm at work, 10 more hours left in this 72-hour work shift, man. Well, I hope it goes what way you want it to go. You know what I mean? Chuck works in the medical field, so there's certain words you don't say to make the night a little bit worse on them. So, Chuck, blessings and thoughts are with you that the next 10 hours is, breezy. But I got some offers in the mail today, and I haven't looked over them yet. So I figured we can go over these offers 2 are from Royal Caribbean and 1 is from Carnival. So I figure we go through these offers and see what these cruise lines are offering me through the casino, see if it's worth anything, because I'm telling you that Icon offer I got is hard to beat. Over less than $320 for 2 people in a balcony on the Star of the Seas. That's going to be pretty hard to beat. So, I don't know what's in here. I don't know what's cracking. I can tell you right now that this offer, y'all already know my feelings with Carnival lately. This is just an elite offer. It's a single page. That's it. That's what I think about that Carnival offer, because that's how they've been lately. They've been garbage with a capital G. Garbage. But let's crack open these Royal Caribbean offers and see what we got. Balcony or ocean view room for 2, redeemed by March 21st. And let's see, what do we got on here? We got Utopia of the Seas, Freedom of the Seas, Wonder of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas, Jewel of the Seas, Enchantment of the Seas, all in balcony staterooms. And in ocean view, we got Utopia, Adventure, Oasis, and Grandier. So a lot of 7 nights, a lot of 4 nights, 5 nights, Western Caribbean, Eastern Caribbean, Perfect Day, Coco Cay. It's all Caribbean. Nothing in Europe. Nothing in Alaska. So that one to me is garbage. And let's crack this one open. Your quick getaways offer. Enjoy a balcony or ocean view room for 2. Just pay taxes and port fees between $94 and $233 per person, plus $125 in free play, redeemed by March 25th. We got Utopia, Wonder, Freedom, all Caribbean, and 1 Bermuda. Multiple dates. Again, no Europe, no Alaska, no bueno. No bueno. But this one here, this is Celebrity. Your next win is just a spin away. And I can be honest with you. This one here is mucho bueno. We got Celebrity Beyond out of Miami, the Reflection, the Summit, the Apex, the Solstice. Now that all goes to the Caribbean, Bermuda, and all of that. But on this purple page that we have over here, we have 7-night Alaska, 7-night Alaska Dewar's Glacier, 7-night Greece and Turkey, 7-night Best of Greece, 9-night Best of Greece, 10-night Greek Isles and Turkey, 8-night Spain and Portugal, 9-night Italian Riviera in France, and 7-night Alaska southbound Glacier from Seward, Alaska. Now that is offers I'm talking about. That is what I'm looking for. This is Aqua Class staterooms, balcony rooms, or verandas. So we got some pretty good offers on the Celebrity page. I definitely have to hold on to this one and check those offers out. But the offers have been coming in a lot better across other cruise lines than what I've been getting on Carnival recently. So I didn't know what offer I had booked on Carnival for this upcoming cruise on the Horizon. So I called them and I spoke to the casino department and they told me, hey, you don't really have much. You got free drinks throughout the ship. And that's about it. So have fun. Yeah, that's really great. I'm not happy with that offer. I definitely think Carnival's doing a little finessing. If you look at win-loss statements across fleets, I mean, I've done pretty bad when it's come to the Carnival Corporation in 2024. I'm definitely in the loss column. And you figure they want to give me a little bit more incentive to bring me back onto the ship a little bit more. But other cruise lines like Celebrity and Royal are throwing out those banger offers. And I'm definitely going to have to start branching out a little bit more, trying out those cruise lines and just seeing what they offer. I have yet to go to Your Comped and put in any information for Your Comped. I know Chuck has done it, and Chuck has received some epic offers through Virgin or other cruise lines like Celebrity that he hasn't been on. So I've yet to do that. But that's going to be coming up in the very, very near future. But I just wanted to touch base on the offers that I'm getting and show you that the offers through the casino are different amongst all cruise lines, right? Every cruise line is giving me something different. And for Royal Caribbean to be throwing me offers on the Star for less than $320, I'm sorry, Carnival. I'm definitely going to have to hop on the Star of the Seas at those prices. at those prices. 16 days till I sail should be a good time during St. Patrick's Day. I hope you have a fantastic cruise, Robin. Be on the Horizon August 8th, leaving on the Magic March 8th. Nancy, I hope you enjoy the Magic. I was on the Magic in October. It was a good cruise. Felt the ship was a little bit old. They needed to do a few things to it, but hopefully they do that real soon. Norma in the house. Hey, Nauti, I'm looking forward to your walkthrough of the Horizon. So that's definitely going to come out, because the first time I was on the Horizon, if you go back to the very, very beginning of the YouTube channel, don't judge the vlogs, right? Enjoy the progression, because I can tell you from the very beginning till now, things have progressed and gotten better, right? Like, you guys would agree that in the beginning, my stuff was, and then over time, it has gotten better, right?
I was just telling him I went back and watched your Bonaire video,
right?
Because we're going to Bonaire, and I've never been there, so.
But you can see like the progression of the video from then till now. Yeah. So like Cameron said, he went and watched the Bonaire video, because we are going to Bonaire. It's Aruba, Curacao, Bonaire, straight ABC on the Horizon. And you can see the progression of the videos over time from the very beginning until now. Now, Aruba and Bonaire, you'll see at the beginning of the channel, those were the very first two videos that were put out when the Naughty Cruiser channel came to life. So if you watch those videos compared to newer videos like the recent Aruba video that went out a little while ago, you'll see the different comparison. You'll see the color grading and the editing skills with the music's a little bit better. So I never put out a Carnival Horizion ship tour or anything like that. That is definitely coming. I told Scott to be ready to just let me do my thing and enjoy the ship and just be in the room working on content and all of that stuff. Because I've been to these ports numerous times, right? The main reason I'm going on this cruise is this is a cruise Scott wanted to go on. It's my buddy John's group cruise. Definitely got to go spend some time with the Rooster and then see everybody else that's going to be on the ship. But I'm definitely going to be focused a lot on this content, on getting you a ship tour of the Horizon, trying to come up with a daily vlog style video of day 1, day 2, day 3 type of thing that I can constantly continue to put out, whether it's short form across all content brands, including TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and then long form content for Facebook as well. So those videos definitely are what started this channel, and I don't want to take them down, because that's where it all began, right? Like, I can sit here and I can look back on those videos and see the progression of the channel over time. And I appreciate all y'all for hanging out, right? Like, we're over 4,000 strong here. We're on our way to 5,000. And the goal is to get to 25 bajillion subscribers by the end of 2025. So the way we can do that is by y'all sharing out the content, pushing that like button, sharing it to friends, families, loved ones. You get pulled over by a cop, just let them know you're watching the Naughty Cruiser. It is Naughty Hour. Give them the channel. So we can get to that 25 bajillion by the end of 2025 with a little bit of help. But I'm not going to get rid of the old videos, because it shows the progression over time. There's definitely new content that's going to be coming out, ABC content as well as Horizon content. I'm definitely going to go and enjoy the IMAX, because the very first IMAX at sea experience I had was on board the Horizon. So I'm definitely going to go back to that. And then those things. So you're going to get daily videos. You're going to get daily posts in the Facebook group. So if you're not in the Facebook group, make sure you go to the description in the live here and shoot over to the Facebook group. I post daily updates when we're on board the ship. I post food menus. I got them talking, so like my ears kind of catching up to what they're saying as I'm trying to talk at the same time, but it's a force of habit. So I post daily videos. I post little shorts, food pictures, things like that for the day in the Facebook group, as well as Instagram, across all other platforms. So there's definitely going to be a ton of stuff coming out from this trip for the next 9 days. Aqua at that. Yes, Martin, Aqua at that. The Ocean Travel in the house. Bruce and Cindy, I hope you're having a fantastic night all the way over there on the West Coast. Washington. I want to say Seattle, but I know you're a little far from Seattle. Lourdes in the house. What's going on, Lourdes? I miss your face. I'm going to check those videos out tomorrow. I appreciate that, Norma. Les is in here on Star of the Seas November 16th with a casino offer. I am on September 7th with a casino offer. We are in a neighborhood balcony. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chuck. I believe we're in a neighborhood balcony September 7th. Central Park, yeah, neighborhood Central Park. Yeah, Central Park Neighborhood Balcony, September 7th, on board the Star of the Seas. Will G is in the house. What's going on, Will G? Hope you're having a fantastic night over there in Temple, Texas. Great idea to do the daily videos of your cruise. Definitely, right? Like, I want to start branching out into a new realm of content, and I think daily vlog style videos would be a good way to branch out. I definitely want to do it, right? I want to be able to put out more content. I don't want to just do the cruise ports and then a ship tour, and then that's only like 4 videos. I'd rather give you a bunch more videos from a 9-day voyage. That includes driving to Miami as well. Did you see Carnival has an Alaska, then transatlantic to Japan cruise September 26th? So I did see they have a Trans-Pacific in September, and it's a little sad to see that because I had a Trans-Pacific booked for April of this year. Me and Chuck were supposed to head to Australia, and then Japan, and then Alaska, and end in Seattle right before the Alaska season. So we ended up pulling the plug on that, only because Europe last year, it took away a lot of PTO time. We were gone for almost a whole month last year. I think it was like April something to the middle or end of May. Or the beginning of April to the beginning of May. Either way, it was a close 30 days of travel from the time we left the state of Florida to the time we got back to the state of Florida. And with having a few cruises this October, one mainly being a transatlantic from Barcelona back on the Mardi Gras out of dry dock, we decided to pull the plug on that one. But it's definitely going to happen. It's not something that's off the table. I know Bill, Warmstrong Adventures, is on that one in April, or the one in October. He's on one of them. I know he's doing a Trans-Pacific, but it's definitely something that is in the cards. Hopefully 2027. I can't do 2026 because I was invited to attend another group cruise in April of 2026, which I'm going to be jumping on in April of 2026 out of Philadelphia on NCL. And then I have the Alaska group cruise in July of 2026, which is taking a lot of my attention because I want everyone to have a fantastic time. I have a ton of clients coming in from all over the world, clients from Australia, California, all of that. Bill is on both. Lucky Bill, you need a +1. I tell you, bro, you need to hit me up with these cruises. We've talked about this before, especially on the booze cruise, man. We talked about it before. You got to hit me up so we can make these plans together. Getting ready for my flight to Barcelona. Yeah, that's right, Lourdes. You're leaving really soon. Going to go visit family in Madrid and then board the beautiful Sun Princess. Kathy is in the house. Hello, Kathy. Hope you're having a fantastic night.
And tell Lourdes she can run in the marathon. She'll get to the port. She won't have to worry about traffic.
Yeah. Scott said, Lourdes, you can run in the marathon. You can get to the port. You won't have to worry about traffic. I have a little issue the day of embarkation of Barcelona because they're having a marathon and they close streets and trying to find out how to maneuver around the marathon to get to the port. So here's the plus side of that, right? The plus side of that is if you grab a local taxi, they don't have Uber. So if you grab a local taxi, I'm pretty sure they would know the roundabout ways to get to the port. But I'm also sure if you reach out to the cruise line, they'll give you an updated route to be able to get there. I can tell you this, when I went in April this past year, it was a breeze from where we were. It was a simple breeze. So you're not doing the ABC's group cruise. It's not off the table yet, Will G. It's still on the table. It's still on the cards. But there's one group cruise that I was invited on out of Philadelphia in April. So it's still there. I'm still able to make it work if I do both. Or if I don't do one or the other, I'll still be able to do one or the other. It's tough. It's a tough call, right? Because as a content creator, I want to try and spread across a lot of different lines, and I want to spread across multiple different cruise ports. So when you tend to go to the same cruise port over and over and over again, it tends to be a little tricky, right? You feel like you're not necessarily running out of things to create content with, but it gets to the point to not repeat content. So I just did Aruba and Curacao in October, and here we are in February, and I'm getting ready to board a ship and do Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. So it's kind of hard to constantly put out different type of content and not continue to repeat content, because the last thing I want to do is cruise every 3 months, but every time I cruise, it's the same ports. So now I got to try and figure out different things to do in those ports. So I'm trying to break it up a little bit. I'm trying to get a little bit away from the Eastern and Western Caribbean and go more towards like Bermuda, Europe, and all of that. So it's a little tricky. Tie my luggage to my waist, win the marathon, and get to port with my trophy. I love you, Lourdes, but I don't think that one's going to happen. I don't think that one's going to happen. The Philly one, that's the big one. No, that's not the big one for 2026. The big one for 2026 will be the Alaska group cruise, but it's still a pretty decent group cruise. It's definitely a big one. DeFem Ventures in the house. What's going on, Ron? Hope y'all are having a fantastic night. Julie says, I see nothing wrong with doing the ABCs a lot. I don't see anything wrong with doing the ABCs a lot either. I've been to Aruba over 10 times. 36 years old. I've been there over 10 times. I just want to be able to create more content on a different level. So when you've been to a place so many times, you tend to do the same thing over and over again, right? It's kind of like repetitive. You repeat the process. You do the same thing over and over. And my thing is I want to get out and explore more. I want to be able to go and explore more countries. I want to go to other countries, different destinations in the world. And I want to be able to bring that to y'all here on YouTube. So the more I continue to do the same port, the less I'm going to be able to bring. Does that make sense? In my brain, it makes sense. Who you telling? Living in Texas, all you see is the same 3 ports. Right, and that's the thing, right? So, like, we have a cruise in May, and it's the same 3 ports I've been to over and over again. And I was telling Cameron, I was like, dude, I feel like canceling that cruise and booking a different cruise, whether it's out of California or a Canada, New England cruise, because I've done these ports so many times. There's just not enough for me to want to continue to go to Honduras or Roatan. Well, Roatan is Honduras, or Cozumel. It's the same thing over and over, right? And when you go with a group of people and you go to Cozumel, you either do like Paradise Beach or Mr. Sancho's, or you get a group that doesn't want to rent Jeeps or whatever. So it's kind of tricky. At least in Cozumel, I can do a few other things, right? I could take the ferry over in the Playa del Carmen. I can go in the Cancun for the day, or even in the Playa del Carmen and grab a tour bus and go hop cenotes for the day. I could definitely figure some things out. So it's tough to figure it out. And when you go, like Will G just said, it's about the people for me. And when you create content and you try to make this your livelihood, my goal with YouTube is to be able to continue to bring content that's enjoyable, that is knowledgeable, that brings a lot of knowledge to the table. So when you have a question, you can come to the channel and watch a video and that question get answered, right? And when you have a large group of people, like Bruce will tell you, we've had this conversation multiple times. When you have a large group of people that you're friends with that are creators, and you want to sit around and talk and just continue to have a conversation throughout the day, you tend to forget about the work at hand, right? A lot of people think going on a cruise is just fun and it's a cruise and it's a party. And that is the case for 99% of people. But for that 1% who make videos or make content and put it here on YouTube, when you take all that time and you spend it with everybody, it's, in all reality, it's great. But you lose sight at what the bigger picture is, right? With getting content created to be able to put out and things like that. I feel the same way trying to branch out. Panama Canal, Australia, Spain. Definitely Spain. If you've never been, Will, you definitely need, Bill, you definitely need to go hit up Spain, dude, because that is like one of the number 1 destinations on my list. Check the cruise. I'll be doing the Venezia 14 days in November. November's a little tough with work. I don't know what the action is right now with everything going on, but I still have to look at it like everything will be fine and dandy. So the shingles came back in your eye. Well, hopefully it's getting better. I feel the same way about visiting the ports again. We need to expand our horizons. And that's the thing, right? Like, I want to expand my horizons. I want to be able to say I traveled to over 100 different countries. I don't want to say I traveled to one country 100 times. So it's definitely tough. And it weighs heavy on the heart. Like, there's a lot of people I want to travel with all the time. And we do make plans outside of group cruises to get together and do little trips and things like that. So it's definitely something that you have to sit down and figure out. Have a great night. Let me do my thing. My favorite Aussie gay. Have a great night. Those rest of you, have a great night. Yep. You too, Martin. I hope you win big. We'll be able to branch out more once I'm retired. And that's the goal, right, Will G? Like, in all reality, if you find someone that's on YouTube and they tell you, like, I don't want to say if you find someone that's on YouTube and they tell you they don't want to make money from YouTube, that's a lie. Because there are people that do YouTube just for fun or things like that. I want to be able to create content that is knowledgeable content that shows you things that are frugal friendly within the cruise ports, or shows you local restaurants where the locals eat if you're that type of foodie person, things like that. So for me to be able to sit here and tell you like I just do it for fun, I'd be lying. Because in all reality, the goal with me doing YouTube is to make this my full-time career, right? I want to be able to do YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I want to be able to bring you different content across the platforms. And I want to be able to have this as my career. I want to wake up, come sit down, edit videos, drink some coffee, post content, chat with everybody online, go live, things like that. Hop on different ships, hop on different lines, hop on different ports, whether it's Europe, Asia, wherever it may be. And I want that to be my full-time career. That has always been my goal with YouTube. My goal has always been to make this my career. So I would love to be a full-time content creator. However, it's just not it's not paying the bills right now to be a full-time content creator. And I know in order to swim, you got to panic a little bit and flap your arms around and all of that. But I'm not ready to let go of a full-time job and dive in 100%. I should, because I know in order to fly, you have to flap your wings. And if I don't jump, I won't know if I can fly. So I'm kind of that guy that's still on the ledge waiting for somebody to give me a little bit of push. But that's the ultimate goal, right? The ultimate goal is to make this my career. It's to make this my job. And to bring you guys different cruise content every week, every couple days, things like that. And all of that. Are you still doing the Mardi Gras transatlantic from Barcelona in October? I am. That's the big Europe trip I got going on this year. So Barcelona, doing the Mardi Gras out of Barcelona, right out of dry dock. And it's a great itinerary, right? Like the main reason I was sold on that is because it goes back to Tenerife, which is one of my favorite islands. And it stops at the new Carnival Celebration Key on the way back. I'm not going to say it's a private island because it's really not. It's a private beach club on an island. So I'll be on that one. But like Cameron said, we're going to go to London for a few days beforehand and then head into Barcelona and get on the cruise. We got the hotel booked. We got the flights booked for London already. We're staying right at Piccadilly Circus, which typically wouldn't be something I do because Piccadilly is it's kind of like a tourist trap, right? Like it's that one place that every city has, like New York City has Times Square, London has Piccadilly Circus. It's just one of those places where it's a very Americanized and it's pretty much like your tourist trap. But the reason I have chose this hotel in Piccadilly is because it's right outside the Piccadilly line. So you can literally take the train from the underground, from Heathrow, all the way into Piccadilly for like £5. So it's really cheap. It's like £5 a person. And the way they do it in London is you have the opportunity to get like an Oyster card, or you can use your phone to tap in, tap out, things like that. And when you hit a certain amount of money, when you've traveled in a certain amount of lines throughout the day, you have what's called a cap. Once you hit that cap, you travel the rest of the day for free. you ultimately hit the highest number that you could pay throughout the day. I think it's like 10 pounds or 11 pounds. And then the rest of your day is free, whether you use the tube, whether you use the overground or the bus system. The rest of your day traveling throughout the city is free. So the reason I chose that hotel is because you can take the underground or the Elizabeth line into Piccadilly Circus. Once you get out the Piccadilly line, you literally walk 2 minutes, if that, and the hotel's right there. So the room we got literally looks out into the center of Piccadilly, and you can see the tube station right from the hotel window. So the reason I went with that hotel is because it's only £5 per person to travel on the train system. And if you take a black car, it's around 100 to 125 pounds, which is about 150 US. Just to be able to get in from Heathrow to the city. Now, I've been to London before. I know a little bit about the city. I know it's very easy to travel using the underground system or the bus system, Victoria Coach Station, whatever it may be. And I have no problem with taking public transportation. I've told y'all this a million times before. If there's public transportation that is used by the locals, then it's a good form of transportation. I have no problem hopping on a train. I have no problem hopping on a bus. I got no problem doing it at all. I'm definitely one of those people that immerse myself in the local culture. So I'm going the way the locals go. And I literally traveled the whole city the last time I was in London. And I picked a place that was close to Chinatown because I'm a big dim sum guy. And for those of you who know about London, y'all know they got some of the best dim sum in London. And then right outside of Chinatown is like the Indian town where you can get some amazing chicken tikka marsala. So I'm a big Indian food guy, which, believe it or not, Indian food is one of the biggest foods over in London. It's pretty much like a national dish. And then the city is not too far. Like I can make it to Regency Cafe within 10 minutes. I can make it to Buckingham Palace within 10 minutes. It's really not that far at all. And everyone that's going with me has never been to London except for Scott. And when Scott was there, he was opening an Outback Steakhouse. So he really didn't get to see much of the city. But public transportation to me, it's easy. You just hop on, hop off. They have some great apps that you can download on your phone. I don't know if I still have any on my phone right now, but they have some great apps that you can download on your phone that make it super, super simple when it comes to traveling through their train stations or whatever it may be. Yeah, I don't think I still have it on here. Yeah, I don't have them on here. I got to re-download them. But it's super easy, right? Like, to me, it's just one of the best ways to get around, and it's the cheapest way to get around and see the city. You make outstanding videos, Mike Gay. I appreciate you very much. Just curious, what do you do for your day job? You may have said it and I missed it. So I work for a subcontractor of the United States Post Office, the United States Postal Service, and currently the company is not going to the bargaining table with the union, and our contract expired last night. They refused to go to the bargaining table to renegotiate contracts. So we are currently on strike. You can pretty much say I work for the post office because that's literally what I do. I haul mail all day long. But I work for a subcontractor. I actually work for the largest subcontractor in the United States. Will Warmstrong Adventures booked that transatlantic on the Mardi Gras?
Yes.
Let's go. Bill is coming with us. Hey, let's go.
He wants to know what hotel we're staying in London.
I
was getting ready to look it up for him.
I have it. I'm pretty sure I have it in my email.
And then we're staying at the C211.
Yeah, we're staying at C211 in Barcelona. Now, for anyone that needs a hotel recommendation in Barcelona, C211 Apartments. Some of the best apartments you could stay at. Yeah, it's a pretty great little place to stay.
Yeah, well, this one doesn't have a balcony.
Go down the stairs and like 2 doors down is the coffee shop. You go in the corner, a nice coffee shop.
Y'all talking too much for me. Y'all getting me all confused over here. MSK Premium. That's the one we canceled, correct?
Yeah.
Zedwell Piccadilly Circus.
Yes.
Bill, that's where we're staying. Zedwell Piccadilly Circus. Now, relatively inexpensive, right? Like, I don't think that hotel cost that much money. So we got it for 3 nights for adults, and I think it was less than... So it's 1,000 euros. So whatever that converts to. That includes the VAT tax, 3 nights, deluxe family room. I think that room slept, well, Cameron, I think it said it slept 6 or 8.
Yeah.
But we went with one of the biggest rooms. And I think it was like 7 or 8 something in US. But it's literally right outside the tube station, the Piccadilly tube station, man, and it's right there. I got one on the Legend in 2026 from Miami to London. Can't wait for that one. And I have a soft spot in my heart for the Legend. When is that, Lourdes? When in 2026? Have you done that on an elite offer? Does transport take you from Dover to the airport? So the cruise, the only cruise that I've done out of like London has been out of Southampton. That was on the Carnival Celebration Transatlantic, the very first sailing of that ship. That wasn't a elite offer. That wasn't an elite cruise. So when I went, I originally had a train ticket booked from central London to Southampton, but the rail lines went on strike. So I ended up having to take a bus down to Southampton. And it was relatively chilly that day. And I remember the bus driver had the heat on full blast, and I fell asleep. I woke up like 2 hours later, we were in Southampton. Public transportation is the way to go. I'll reach out about the hotel. Absolutely, Bill, reach out, man. Flying in 10:10, landing at 6:30 a.m. in London. Yeah, so like the way we booked it, we kind of like booked it strategically, right? Like I wanted to fly out at nighttime, but land in London in the early morning hours. So that way I had the whole day. Because here's the thing, right? Like a lot of people will tell you like different ways to fight jet lag. It's all malarkey. There's no one specific way to fight jet lag. The only way you can really fight jet lag is by staying up until it's time to go to bed where you're at. So for me, that's been the best way I've fought jet lag. I've flown to Barcelona a few times. I've flown to Rome. I've flown to London. And the best way to fight the jet lag is to just stay up until it's time to go to bed in the local area you're at. Now, I'm not telling you to stay up until 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, but 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, that's the only way that I have found to fight jet lag the best way. Because you're going to bed when the locals are going to bed, and you're going to wake up when the locals are waking up. The worst thing you can do is get to where you're going and go, I'm going to take a little nap. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, you're not going to wake up until like 11, 12, 12:30 at night because your body's just going to shut down for the next 8, 10, 12 hours. So the best thing to do is to fight it, stay up all day, go out and explore the city, drop your bags at a bag babysitter or the hotel lobby if they're willing to hold your bags. I know when I've done it in Miami and London before, I've paid a few dollars to drop them off at like a bag locker. I just call them a bag babysitter. They just literally watch your bags all day long. I did it in Alaska when I came back from Alaska in Seattle. I just dropped them off at a hotel that had like a bag storage facility for, I think it was like $5 a bag or whatever it was. And then I just went out and explored. And that has been the best way I fought jet lag for the last few cruises. I know the one cruise we flew in, we landed closer in the afternoon. I think it was when we went to Rome. I think we landed at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We went out for a little bit. By the time we got done exploring, we ate dinner at like 6. We were back at the hotel 7:30, and we went to sleep 8 o'clock, 8:30, and it was perfect because we were up 6:30 in the morning the next day, and we were ready to explore the whole day. So definitely fight the urge to take a nap, because once you take a nap, that's it. It's all over. May 2026. And then you got Alaska in July of 2026. Those XLTAs were really cheap. And it's fascinating, right, when you sit down and you look at it, because some of them are super cheap and inexpensive, but the port fees and the taxes are what kill you. Because I know which one was it? Was it I think it was the Glory we just did in April. The port fees and taxes were like $800, $900. But the cruise I got for $99 a person. It was relatively inexpensive, but the port fees and taxes are what hit you hard. Had a great deal for the Jubilee TA, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And you know what? I'm surprised the Celebration Transatlantic went off without a hitch, because I was telling Scott as it was leading up to that cruise, me and Scott just met not that long ago before that Celebration Transatlantic cruise. And I was telling him, I was like, man, it's bad juju. The Mardi Gras didn't do a transatlantic. I wonder if this ship's going to do a transatlantic. And it did. And then me and Scott booked the Jubilee Transatlantic. And the Jubilee Transatlantic didn't happen. Yeah, Bill, do you fly standby? I don't fly standby. I probably should. Probably save a ton of money. I wish they did things like they used to do back in the day. Like, you used to be able to do a baggage carrier type service where you would deliver a package when you got to your arriving destination and you only paid like taxes. It would be like a $800 flight on average, but you pay like $80. And all you have to do is deliver a package when you arrived. I mean, it's kind of creepy if you think about it. Like, you really don't know you're going to deliver a package, and the next thing you know, you're in the bottom of a well, and then a guy's telling you to put the lotion in the basket. Or you don't know if you're going to get out of there alive. But it's definitely something that makes you think, like, the world has definitely changed. Like, I saw a commercial the other day. I was watching... I'm giving you all too much information. I consider myself to be the useless book of information, right? Like, I watch some of the dumbest stuff about history and time. And the other day I was watching commercials from the 60s and 70s. And there was an airline commercial, and it said, enjoy your cigarettes in midair. And it was literally just a cigarette commercial that partnered with the airline. And they were just smoking in the plane. And I'm like, yeah, it's been a long time since you could smoke in a plane. It's crazy. Bill used to work for an airline. Oh, yeah, he's definitely flying standby. Yeah, he's definitely flying standby. I got a couple other friends that have worked for airlines in the past. I got one that recently passed away. His name was Terry. He was a pilot for American Airlines. And I used to ask him all the time, like, man, so you fly for free or you fly really cheap? And he's like, sometimes. He's like, but it's really not worth it, because it's harder, because him and his wife would fly together. So when it would be the two of them, it would be a little bit harder to get them both on the same flight or something like that. So he would always just pay to fly. But he was a good guy, man. He was a good dude. That cruise was when I first started following you. The Celebration Transatlantic? Well, geez, one of the true from the beginning. That's what's up. Don't think I would want to do a transatlantic. Have watched Titanic way too many times. Listen, you can watch it over and over again. There was definitely enough room on that door. She was just being... She was just one of those days. She just didn't want to let nobody get that close to her. And she should have just moved over a little bit. Oh, it's worth it. Oh, I know for a fact it's definitely worth it. Especially if you're flying by yourself, right? Like, definitely worth flying on standby if you're solo and you work for an airline. Listen, if I worked for an airline, I would definitely be $17 to fly to Australia. Bro, let's go. I would definitely be taking all of those crazy cruises. Like, when you sit down and think about it, Bill, just the amount of offers I have where I can go to Australia for $100 per person plus port fees and taxes. So let's just round up. Let's say it's $800 for me to take that cruise, and then $20 to fly. I'm all in for $820. Let's go, Bill. Let's go. Yo, if you need a +1 to be able to get those flights that cheap, let me know. If the post office thing don't work out, I mean, I go to the Tampa airport every day to pick up my mail. So Southwest, if y'all are hiring, I can be your videographer or something like that. That's a good price, man. That's $17 to fly to Australia. Scott, you need to block him. Get him out of the chat. Get him out of the chat right now. $17 to fly to Australia. You gonna pay for me to fly there, gay? I'm not getting $17 tickets. I'm getting $1,700 tickets, and that's taking me 3 days to get there, 6 different airplanes, and I end up in Singapore for a week before I even arrive. I mean, listen, some of these flights to Australia are insane, man. When me and Chuck were looking, we made the agreement, right? When we booked that cruise, Chuck said, I will pay for the cruise. All you got to do is get your flights. An hour later, I called Chuck. I said, how about I pay for the cruise and you buy the flights? How about that? Because when I saw those prices, I was like, oh, that's a lot of monies. That's a lot of monies. Lots of content you can make down here. I'm like, oh, absolutely, 100%. Australia is one of those places that have been on my list for a long time. So the way it goes on my list is Japan, Vietnam, Australia, French Polynesia, Fiji, like all those places run down that list. And then over here's another list. It's like Ireland, Scotland, and there's other places on another list that you're forbidden to go to. So I have the forbidden list. And the forbidden list is like Cuba, Russia, North Korea. So there's 3 lists. And one day, Australia and Japan, that list is first. Another day, this list is first. It's going to get to the point where I'm going to have to put them all in a hat and just shake it up randomly and just pick it out. And then that'll be the next destination. But Australia is definitely on the list. Especially if I keep getting them offers that I get for Australia. It's definitely going to happen. It's going to cost us a lot to get to our Alaska cruise, but it'll be worth it. 100%. You're coming to Alaska. You've never been. I know Dan's been to the States with working for who he works for. But you're going to get to explore Alaska and have me as your tour guide. What better way to come and explore Alaska? And since you keep talking about it, I might as well play it. So if you're not booked for the Alaska group cruise on the Star Princess, I highly suggest you get to me because look, this is what you could be doing. And you could be doing it with me. Now listen, I can't get you $17 cabins the way Bill can get $17 flights to Australia, but I can get you some pretty good group rates. All you got to do is reach out to me, thenaughtycruiser@gmail.com, and I will get you your prices. A lot of us are already booked. There's a lot of people already booked on the Alaska group cruise, and I can't wait to be with each and every one of you. I'm going to be spending a lot of time with all of you, and the Facebook group is still in the works and coming very, very soon. Believe it or not, it'll be coming very soon. So for all of you that are booked, I will let you know on a live show when the Facebook group is going to be open to the general public and invites will be sent out, but it'll be sometime in April. So definitely going to happen in April. But it's going to be fun, right? Like we started figuring out a lot of things. We started doing t-shirt designs and all of that fun stuff. And I'm going to allow you to pick the t-shirt designs if you're in the group cruise and you're in the group. The t-shirt design is going to be picked by you guys, and that'll be the shirt that everyone will have the opportunity to purchase and wear on board the Alaska group cruise. I definitely am looking forward to what is coming up this year. I know I'm looking forward to 2026. I know I'm looking forward to seeing all your faces again on a ship together. But right now we have the Carnival Horizion in 2 days. And that's the next one. So that's definitely what's on the books for now. Couple more probably are going to be at it this year. I would love to squeeze an Alaska cruise in there somewhere. And Lourdes, I see your comment, dream cruise to Antarctica. And it's definitely on the list. I know me and Scott were talking today about other email offers that I got. And there's one from, I want to say it's Seabourn for solo travelers. So that's definitely something I'm looking into. To try a couple different cruise lines this year. I want to try some of your more, let's say, posh cruise lines in the very near future and get a different perspective than Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Princess, Celebrity, things like that. So there's a lot on the list. There's a lot that needs to be hit on the list, and we'll definitely get it taken care of. We live very close to the Australia Zoo. You're making it even easier for me to come to Australia. Even easier. Are Chuck and Scott gonna hang out with you? So Chuck's not going on this cruise. Cameron's going and Scott's going. Scott is rooming with me. They're definitely going to be hanging out with me. They're both on the Alaska group cruise. So I got Chuck on the Alaska group cruise. Scott's going. Cameron's going. There's a lot of people going. Doug Bray in the house. What's going on, Doug? Hope you and Heather are having a fantastic night up there in BC. Doug's on the group cruise. Gay's on the group cruise. There's a lot of people going on that group cruise. My daughter's wedding will be very nearby. Cameron saying he can't wait to see it. I'm booked for Alaska this summer. Don't think I could talk my wife into going again. She wants Mediterranean cruise. Mediterranean is definitely one of those cruises you have to experience. I absolutely loved it. We did Corfu, Greece, Mykonos, Santorini, and Bar, Montenegro, and I loved every single minute of it. So you will not be disappointed. The Mediterranean is absolutely awesome. But, well, gee, it's not going to be hard to convince her when it's the brand new Star Princess in Alaska and with the Nauti Cruiser and all these amazing people that are going. So consider it. It's prices are pretty good. I really can't argue with the prices that we're getting right now. And I constantly check the Lourdes is going. Yes, Lourdes, you are going. I did not forget about you. I just did not see your name at the very bottom. So there you go. Lourdes is going. And I constantly check the prices to see if I can get a better price and get it adjusted and all of that stuff. So I'm not here to make commission. I'm here to just get as many people on the cruise as possible and enjoy the time with everyone. Can't wait to meet Lourdes. But let me give you a little secret about Lourdes, Gay. Lourdes is an amazing human being who has a different bag for every 6 hours of the day. She brings a suitcase for all of her purses, pocketbooks, crossbodies, and she is a grandmama with style. I tell you that right now. Lourdes has some style. She's got pizzazz. She's got the flair. And you'll definitely see her coming, and you'll definitely know who she is. Just look for the lady with a suitcase full of purses. And that's Lourdes. And I love her. I love Lourdes. Absolutely love her. I met Lourdes in April. We have been on 2 cruises together now. And I tell her all the time I love her. She's an awesome, awesome human being. Bill's laughing. I'm not kidding, Bill. She's got like, dude, when we went and seen her cabin in January, and there were so many different purses. I was like, Lourdes, you literally brought 25 purses for 12 or 14 days worth of cruises. You got so many different purses, but she matches the purses with the shawls, and the shawls with the bags, and the hair accessories, and then the shoes and the belts, and she just goes all out, and she lives her best life, and that's a great thing with her, because I absolutely love it. And I've literally asked her, like, okay, what bag are you bringing to dinner? Are you wearing these shoes that match your bag? And when we were in Puerto Rico, she bought shoes, and then she bought a bag. No, she bought a bag first. She found a bag that she liked at the Marshalls in Puerto Rico, and then turned around and found a pair of shoes that matched the bag, that matched the pants and the shirt that she already had in the cabin. And that was the outfit she wore that night for dinner with that bag. So she's definitely styling and profiling, man. I got to give her credit. Fashionista. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have a different dress for every night. That's different. A dress for every night is different. A bag for every 6 hours is completely different. Like Bill said, I'm going on 29 days with one bag. I'm right there with you, bro. But we're guys. I guess it's a little different for us guys. But I don't knock her, man. I love her style. She's definitely got that flair, that style, and that pizzazz with her. And it's what makes her her, right? Like, I can't picture Lourdes not being any other way. That is the Lourdes I know. That's the Lourdes I fell in love with. She is an awesome, awesome human being. And I know all y'all love her too. She's just a great down-to-earth person who has a great heart and a great soul. So other than that, we are getting ready to get out of here and call it a night. And get ready to go to Miami tomorrow. That's the plan. Are you able to set up automatic monthly payments to my Visa to pay for the Alaska cruise? I only have $400 left to pay for my April cruise 2026 on the Carnival Panorama. As long as it is a credit card and not a debit card, we can set up automatic payments. Princess, however, does not allow automatic payments with a debit card for some reason. I don't know if their system is just down and not allowing it, but I have a couple other clients that have set up automatic payments, or I make monthly payments for them certain days of the month. But debit cards are one that for some reason, they just do not accept as automatic payments. It has to be a physical credit card. But if it's something you want to do monthly from a debit card, you can get with me, Doug, and then we can just set something up to where I just charge the card every month for you. And that's what I do for a couple other clients. Usually I charge it on the last day of the month for them. So just get with me. You know how to get me. Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Usually it's on Facebook. So shoot me a message over on Facebook, and we'll get it taken care of. Love her already. Absolutely. You should. She's blushing. Look at that. There comes Scott. We love Koi Koi. Koi Koi! Koi Koi! That's Lourdes's favorite casino machine. It's called Koi Koi. That's what she calls it. It's triple coin trio. Dragon, tiger, and koi fish. She calls it Koi Koi. That's her favorite slot machine in the casino. So if you hear some lady in the casino screaming Koi Koi, you know it's Lourdes. But that's it, y'all. Look for a live Salaway Saturday. That's definitely going to happen. And then you might get a little pop-up live for the drive or something tomorrow, or when I get to the hotel. Who knows? But you're going to see daily vlogs coming out over the next week. You're going to see a bunch of different stuff, different platforms, whatever it may be. Go over to Facebook. Make sure you join the group so you can see things over there. And if you haven't done so, make sure you hit that like button on the way out. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing with the notification bell on, so that way you can stay up to date with everything going on with me while I'm out cruising them high seas. I am Mike, the Naughty Cruiser, y'all. It has been an amazing Thirsty Thursday. And until next time, y'all already know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Grandpa says so. Peace.